Big Brother's bit on the side. Please don't watch. Switch the TV off now. This show is absolutely rubbish. Do you see what I'm doing? Spencer, reverse psychology. You're not the only person that can do it. In tonight's show, we are wishing for a bit of this.
I look like shit.
Hoping for a small amount of this.
No. Ah!
And thinking about a lot of this.
What's that now?
Did you all just see what I saw? Yes. Was that Rylan and Frankie snogging? I'm baffled because I haven't seen that before. Please, someone tell me what's going on. Firstly, though, let's meet our panel, because tonight it's ladies' night in the studio. Oh, yes. We've got the ever so classy, I want to say your name right, Monica Gunaratner.
Yes.
Yeah! Sorry. The sophisticated Lizzie Cundy. And the elegant, well, the two girls from Geordie Shore. Sophie Stein and Vicky Patterson. OK, shall we talk about tonight's show?
Yes.
OK, let's get started. We all see the housemates enjoying the big vendor task tonight. I enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy it? It's good to see that thing come to life and actually know what it does. Vicky, did you enjoy seeing them all take part in something?
Yeah, it was nice. I think, like, Spidey, Heidi and Spencer, I've taught
No, Spidey's good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, Spidey's good.
just checking. Yeah, Spidey, like, have kind of held back a lot, and it was nice to see them having fun and being involved, but I suppose that's obvious because Heidi's a pop star. So, no
but
wonder
don't
she
show
wanted to be
your
involved.
talents because that's not why you're there. Don't show them.
What's he like?
I was quite surprised, though, that they got involved. I thought they'd go, no, not going to do it. But they actually got up there and did it. Lizzie, you know Razor quite well, don't you?
Well, yeah, I've known Razor a long time, about 20 years, first met Razor. He actually gave me a fireman's lift when the Tottenham's Players Bar, ran me round, and they got his testicles out and hit me on the head, and they're huge, and it hurts. That's my first introduction to Razor. But anyway...
Let's not go there.
Sorry, we won't go there.
From your first meeting of him and that performance to the performance he put on in the show tonight, what did you make of it?
Well, I knew Razor would go for it. Back in the old football days, his manager then, Terry Venables, had a karaoke club in sort of Kensington way, and Razor would be the first one up there, and he went for it.
Oh.
But he looks a bit bigger these days and still can't sing. But no, he went for it, and I thought it was, they deserved to win. I thought they were fantastic.
They were brilliant, weren't they? Razor's really thrown himself into everything. Is this what we expected from him? Did we think he'd be so up for it?
Yes. He obviously does like to have fun. He is that type of person, and so that's why we enjoy seeing him having fun and just being himself.
Yeah, I think because he's such an alpha, though, I didn't expect him to like being, made up as a woman. So here we go.
It looks so girly. He had a little top with some side boobs showing. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I really enjoyed
And he loved the waxing as well. He really got involved with the waxing.
And because he's a man's man, he's always hanging out with Rylan, having a fag with him as well. So it's just good to see him just having the boy session with each other.
They've made a lovely little relationship, haven't they, Lizzie? Do you think this will carry on outside the house?
I think it will carry on, and you know what? They really do genuinely get on. You can tell they have a little moan together. And you know what? Razor is a big old character. He's a big old unit.
Yeah.
He's missing his food, I can tell. He loves his food. But they do get on. They have a cigarette. I think that's a little bonding thing when they go out and have a cigarette together. But Rylan, I think he's going to win it. I think Rylan can do it. He's just so entertaining. And he deserves to win. And I've got to say, I'm a bit disappointed in Claire. She's rather dull, and she's not coming across enough. I want to shake her.
I love Lizzie. We talked to her about one person. She just reels off the whole rest of the housemates before we've even got there.
Yes.
Now, we saw Trisha do some sexy moves this evening when she was... Oh, somebody just went, on the back. Girls, would she fit in Tyneside?
Do you know what, right? There's a dance move, what we do in the Geordie Shore house, called the slut drop.
Okay.
I didn't see Trisha doing the slut drop, so no, her moves were absolutely crap.
Have you ever done the slut drop?
Emma, I think you should do the slut drop.
Have you ever done it?
I don't even know what it is.
All you need to do, you need to put one arm
arm in the air, open your legs a little bit and just drop to the floor. Not drop, you have to do it after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Can I do it here? Where you don't flash anymore. So,
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I'm too old for that. My legs can't take it. Okay, Ryan's been a little quiet, I think, in the house, but he really got involved in the task. So, Monica, are we seeing the real Ryan now?
Oh, you certainly are. And I loved him shaking his little booty and wiggling his hips and singing along. I think there's a career in that for him, you know, if he was thinking about it.
Does he do a lot of that? Like, you know, obviously not as Toadie in Neighbours.
Yeah.
But you know, behind the scenes or when you guys go out, is he always kind of on the karaoke and going for a laugh?
Well, there's not really a need to sing and dance when you're in the green room. It's more about learning your lines. But I'm sure when he's not looking after the kids, he's out there with the karaoke and swinging the hips and wiggling it around a bit.
Now, Lizzie, I don't want to make this awkward because you sit next to each other, but you're not a fan of Ryan, are you?
Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't a fan, but I find him too a bit dull. And I think there's not enough... We haven't seen enough. He's not spunky enough. I want to see a bit of... I just want...
Did you use that word? That's what they say on Neighbours.
He's just a bit... I feel he's a bit wet. I mean, like in the snow today, it was like he hadn't seen snow before. You're wet. Sorry. He's a terribly nice guy, I can see, but for entertainment value, I just find him rather dull.
Are you surprised to hear that?
Yeah, he's completely being himself. He's a typical Australian bloke. You don't show emotion, you don't get involved, you call a spade, and that's exactly what it is.
Although he was very, you know, when that whole Spidey thing was going on, when, you know, with the ping pong balls and they didn't want to do the kissing and everything, he was, I think he showed that he was really on their side, you know, come on. And I don't think that was sarcasm, I think he genuinely meant that.
Doesn't hold grudges, he's completely impartial.
I want him to stay in, actually, because I love the way Spencer says toad face. I think that's why we've got to keep him in for that reason.
What do you guys make of Ryan? Have we seen a new Ryan tonight with him getting involved in the task and kind of seeing...
I think he's fake. I think he's fake. I think he just tries to please everyone else. And yeah, that's how he wants to win. It's obvious. Also,
well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to win.
Can I do a big shout out to Vicky and Sophie because I love Geordie Shore. Sorry, I had to.
I didn't realise we were a shout-out show. Anybody else? Anybody else want to do a shout-out? It's okay. They're first-timers. They'll get it eventually. Vicky, were you surprised by Spidey taking centre stage this evening? Did you think they would muck in quite so much?
Who, Spidey? I don't know, like, I was very surprised because they haven't been involved in anything, have they?
No.
They hate everything that walks on the earth, they hate everyone, they hate everything, they're always
so
miserable.
angry, they're just mad at the world, so to see them launch into that with such gusto.
I was proud of them.
Yeah, it was quite nice to see them integrating. It was nice.
At least they're doing something, getting involved with the group.
It's still too little too late, though.
Is it really?
No, we've got to keep them in.
No, I want them to be kept in.
They've got to stay
but
in.
After that, I think they need to be sectioned.
What do you guys think? Were you surprised that they got so involved in tonight's task? I'll come to you in a sec.
No, I was very surprised, but I was very delighted they got involved. Obviously, S Club's 7 fans, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, because they're not doing anything really except riling everyone, it was great to see them take part in that. But for me, it's Razor all the way. He was brilliant in that.
He was really good.
Was, yeah.
They didn't win, obviously. Ryland's team won. Did they deserve to win?
Yes, definitely.
Do you want to talk about this
I think
one or
we're going to
not?
see Spencer on the next X Factor. I think he's secretly jealous of Rylan. But I stick to my word. I think we need to get a task for Lacey to walk around in her underwear all day and annoy Spidey.
We did see side boob from Lacey this evening. Did we not? And it was voluptuous, to say the least. She was having a shower. She doesn't want votes. Okay, guys, thank you all very much. We'll talk more about everything else. About Lacey, actually, a little bit more later on, and all the other housemates that are up for eviction. But who stays is up to you. You all know the drill by now. Here are the numbers you need to save your fave. This week, Claire, Heidi and Spencer, Lacey and Rylan all face a public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 50 58 and add the number of the housemate. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate. For Claire, add 01. For Heidi and Spencer, add 04. For Lacey, add 05. For Rylan, add 09. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closed in Wednesday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count, but you may still be charged. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BB-Vote. Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, contrary to what Spencer may think, it's not just Americans who don't use glasses and go straight for the bottle. We all remember Kinga from Big Brother 6. She did not need no glass. Now, our generosity knows no bounds, so here is yet another exclusive from the house.
Wow, look at this.
You're just carrying back that thing, look.
Oh, God, it's my face right all over the place.
There's a prison.
I'm the Emperor. Looks like it.
We have to do everything you say.
You already power tripped over us once. You better...
It looks good. This will show its true colours.
Yeah.
Do you read the bottom here?
Look.
Master of horses, leader of men, the great Frankie Dettori.
The great Frankie Dettori. OK, so it's day 13 in the house, and I think we've learnt a lot about our celebrities. But housemates are never as straightforward as we think. So to teach us a little bit more about them is life coach Diane Newdale. So, Diane, before the housemates went into their temporary abode, we gave them 60 seconds to write down as many words as they could to describe themselves.
Right.
OK, so what can you tell about somebody and the list of words that they write about themselves?
Well, Freud made, like, word association really popular for psychoanalysis. We're not quite doing that tonight with this. They've kind of done a self-assessment, and the unconscious mind has to work really quick. They've got about 5 seconds to do each. Majority of them have done that. So you get quite a real insight, usually about what friends and family have probably told them as well about themselves. But it'll tell us enough to kind of carry us on for the next few days towards the end of the show.
OK, let's get stuck in. Let's start with Gillian. The first 3 words she chose to describe herself was witty, crazy and mad. So what is she saying about herself? Or is this something that she wants us to think about her?
No, I think she's actualised with that.
These
what I
are
mean by that is she
genuinely
actually,
her.
she can be reflective with it. She knows when she's doing it, but she does peaks and troughs. She goes, witty, crazy, mad, friendly, caring, weird, manic, worrier, tidy mum. So she puts it to bed at the end. And you can see that because as an actor, she's really good at dipping into this stuff. Good actors are, but they can keep it all tidy and contained at the end. Most people that know her watching this will probably go, she's a great friend, she's great to talk to, and she's kind of measurable in that way. It's what you see is what you're getting so far.
But are we seeing the real her, as in these ones? Or are we seeing Kathy Beale, as in these ones?
Well, exactly. My sense is that she's measured enough and she's got enough years under her belt, looking great on it, to actually be aware of when she needs to dip into this and keep a lid on it. She's not the sort of person I think is going to lose it in the house. I think Trish is slightly similar, although...
And this is how she's bringing it out then?
Yeah.
When she wants to show some form of emotion, it comes out in an acting way?
Yeah, absolutely.
OK, let's move on to Frankie. Now, he only wrote 3 words. Is this because Frankie's lazy?
No.
Or is this telling us something about Frankie?
No patience! If he could force the hour of time, 60 seconds, it's just too long for Frankie. He just has to do everything here and now. He's
Is
got
that the Italian passion
It is,
in him?
absolutely it is. And that's why he's one of the world's leading jockeys of all time for his age as well. And then it moves into the next thing, which is brilliant, because he's not going to sit and take 60 seconds to go, who am I and what am I about? He's outgoing. You have to go introvert to actually self-reflect. He's an extrovert. He's outgoing. It's the second thing he tells you about himself. Got no patience. I'm extrovert. I'm outgoing. And I'm as honest as I can be about that.
Is this telling us enough about him?
No.
So we need more. Do you think he's hiding stuff?
Well, the thing is when somebody says they're really honest, maybe he's honest about how he feels about other people. None of us can be honest about the entirety of ourselves. That sounds deep, doesn't it? But I'm sure everybody, we could do deep, but everybody, and you know, as we go through life, you discover stuff about yourself you never knew anyway. And there'll be things people know about you that you don't know.
Is he in the shadows a bit, do you think?
A little bit at this moment in time, yes, because he's got two bigger bears in there. But his colour and his flamboyance, when it gets a chance to come through, it really can.
So he'll pop when he can?
I hope so.
OK, let's move on to Trisha. Now, she describes herself as a drama queen and bad-tempered at times. We haven't really seen much of this, though.
No, but she did flag up at the end of the series just tonight, the episode tonight, rather. She actually went, Lacey, if anyone gets on at you about X or whatever, I'm in there. My sense is, and it's just a little twist today that I've seen the first time with Trisha, I don't know about anybody else, but when you get really angry, your adrenaline like shoots up. Adrenaline is highly addictive. Now, I think she's getting bored. And I think, again, viewing her, she's very measured, she's very wise, like Gillian. She's very measured, good actors are. However, I think she's getting a little bored within herself. Unless she's directly in the line of fire, in other words, someone's going to directly get at her, she's going to look for somebody else to actually fend or defend or attack in aid of, because it's not going to come her way.
Is she playing the game?
She has so far, but what she's actually saying is, tempt me. Someone, come on, step in, give me some friction, give me something to bounce off.
Give me something to go off.
Absolutely.
Lizzie, you know Trisha, don't you?
Yeah,
so
I know Trish very well.
What do you make of what Dan
Well,
said?
I think she's not showing the real Trish yet. I think we haven't seen the half of it. I mean, I was at an event when poor Amy Charles turned up in the same dress as her, and Trish flipped, went wild. It got in actually all the national papers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to Trish. We need to see that. Not enough's come out of Trish. I feel a bit disappointed.
How do we see that, though? How do you think we see that?
Well, she's going to flip soon. That's is why we've got to keep Spencer and Heidi in. She's going to flip soon. She'll only take so much.
So you think she's slowly coming up to the boil?
And it will come out like a volcano. You just watch. You can see a little at the end of the show tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to.
Tasha's dying
She's
to get
going
involved,
to.
isn't she?
She will.
Wants to fight everyone's battles.
We need to move this way towards Ryan. Now, look at the order of his words. He starts with kind and gentle, and he ends on sexy.
He took off.
Sexy.
60
so what
seconds.
does this tell us about Ryan?
He does a big giveaway here. I love Ryan because of this. 60 seconds ticking away, 5 seconds for each word, unconscious mind working, and finally, oh, God damn it, I feel sexy is what he's saying at the end of it. And
I'm one of these wonderful things, but I am
know, and we
hot.
saw that in that last task as well. You give him half a chance. I think on a private level, he's grown in front of all of us as a nation here in the UK, let alone Australia. And he's gone for, you know, from being at puberty, and now he's taking care of himself, he's exercising a lot. He's at a stage in his life, he's enjoying himself, he's enjoying his health, his physical health, and his sexiness. And why
He's
not?
ripping his top off and he's rolling around in the snow. Monique, do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think that's exactly. I think he's at peak physical condition, and he's worked really hard to get to where he is, both physically and emotionally and mentally. And I think that's the kind of person that, he's completely honest. Like I said, straight-laced.
Straight-laced. OK, let's move on to good old Razor. What we notice here is put food twice. Up there and then down at the bottom. So what does is there a significance to the fact that he's put that twice, or does that just mean he loves food?
Well, he just loves food. But as people, in coaching, there's a form of analysing people. Some people are very visual, some people need to hear things, some people need to feel, hear and see things at the same time to make sense of the world. He just needs to eat it! Or drink it! But what I love about him is also this bear thing. Bears can be lazy, laid back, big tub of honey or just food and vodka and Coke. And he's also said between the sheets, he enjoys that side of his life as well. So he's very into feeling, he's very into feeling in every way through whether it's food or feeling. And we've already seen this. And what's lovely about Razor is he's shown Grizzly Bear, OK? And even Big Brother went, no, not in here, not like that, that's too much. He's what we call self-actualised. He went, yep. I own that. That was too much. So you went straight back to being laid back, lazy bear, and we like that.
Yeah, you can have my bed. It's fine.
Exactly.
Just take it. Now we also asked our Geordie Shore girls if they would write down the words that best describe them. So, without me falling off the side of the stage, what have we learned about Vicky and Sophie?
Well, I think even in just the few lines that have gone on in the last 15 minutes live on this show, absolutely everything. You don't even need to be more descriptive than that, girls. And for me, reality TV with these sorts of the roundness of character and the colour, and we're seeing this in reality TV in this country. We tend to get rid of some of the really interesting characters early on in the series, and you know, we need that freeze-on, like we were saying about Trisha earlier. People need a bit of freeze-on. We need the colour. We need the things that are going to stir things up, and also watching people having a really good time at whatever cost. That's what we like to see in reality TV. So everything you've written, absolutely.
Do you agree, girls?
Yeah, I had literally a minute to do it, right? But looking at Vicky's, I think she's summed herself up to a T. When I look at there, a bit gutted I didn't put more words on, if I'm honest. I think Reza looks more like a Geordie Shore lad. The things he's written down, vodka, coke, food, big arse, lazy, laid back, funny and big. He's more Geordie Shore than us.
Girls, thank you very much. Diane, as always, you were brilliant. Diane, you did. Paula is a woman of many talents. She's a model, a presenter, an actress. She's a keen swimmer. She's even a chocolatier. It's quite amazing, I think you'll agree. But did you know she's also a survival expert?
Last week, Paula Hamilton was heartlessly evicted from Celebrity Big Brother by you, the merciless voting public. Today, I'm going to convince her to swap Borehamwood for the Wildwoods to see if she can last longer in the wilderness than she did in the house. But don't worry, she's a natural survival expert.
Oh, my nipple! God damn it!
God, Elvis. Well, Paula, everybody knows you're the Bear Grylls of ex-supermodel chocolatiers. What tips can you give me for living out in the wild?
It's really important to know where your hands, your feet, your head and your ass is at all times. You don't want to sit on an ant's nest.
What tips can you give me to ward off any potential aggressors?
A very, very, very gentle one is to take someone's pinky, double it back, pull it like that until they get down on their knees. I don't have a karate license, it just kept the house in check.
Oh, OK.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how prepared you are.
Okay,
wait a minute.
bring it on, boy. Ah! Drop it.
Well, it works. I feel quite sexually aroused right now.
Crunch them, straighten them, crunch them, straighten them, crunch them, straighten them.
Well, thanks to Paula, we've survived the wilderness, but like the tree in Pocahontas, she's still got a lot to teach me about her pal, Mother Nature. Next up, the animal kingdom. Whoa! Oh. Can you detect which one of these piles of shit is predator poo? Well, describe the scent.
So I can smell tomato in it, but I can also smell meat in it. I say monkey poo. This I can smell a lot of urine. And I think this one here is definitely, I'd say cheetah or leopard poo.
This one on the left, gibbon shit.
Yeah.
The one in the middle, otter poo. And this one is python crap.
Python crap?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I thought you were talking shit.
Nah, Paula never speaks shit. Oh, you are gorgeous, man.
Thank you. You had a bull's penis in your mouth whilst you're in the house. Did you know that the Brazilian tapir has the biggest penis-to-body ratio of any animal?
I thought it was the elephant.
No?
When they get their willies out, my God, you run.
Who was the biggest cock in the house?
I think the biggest cock in the house is Ryan. For sure.
Why is that?
Not cock size, just a cock.
Well, speaking of that, who had the biggest cock in the house?
I have no idea, I didn't look. Hey, look at that! I got piss on my hat. Who's a gorgeous one, eh? My spirit guide is a wolf. I raised wolves in Tokyo, and my job was to give them baby piglets, and baby piglets look like little children.
This little fella, Sloth, sleeps 20 hours a day, then just stares vacantly for the other 4.
Who does that remind me of?
Well, you could stick him in a kilt and call him Sam. Sadly, that's the end of my walk on the wild side with Paula Hamilton. It's freezing. It's time for us to get back to our natural habitats. Me to the bit on the side studio and Paula to... Night, Paula.
Night, Jamie.
Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Just like the film Les Mis, we clean up all the award shows, we love a song or two, and we effortlessly make our viewers cry every night. I never tire of saying this. Would you like another exclusive? Yeah! Here you go!
Greetings to you all, my dearest pathetic housemates. Ask yourself this. How can I be more like the great Frankie Dettori? So that you'll be able to think about this question clearly, I hereby ban all your personal belongings. This include clothing and all hair and beauty product. I'm replacing your petty civilian clothing with official regime uniform. You will all look much better in these, especially you, Rylan. Your clothes are just terrible. Long live the regime, long live the great Frankie Dettori.
Now then, Claire, Lacey, Rylan and Spidey all face eviction tomorrow night. If you haven't made your mind up who you're going to vote for yet, then maybe the following will help you, or at least, hopefully, make you laugh.
Are you all right? I'm showing favouritism. I can't do that. I'm
Yes, you
impartial. Excited? Oh, little giggle.
We've slept together, it's fine.
It was good though, wasn't it?
It's all right.
Yeah, it was a bit too quick for my liking.
It's not my fault, you were drunk.
You can call me Governor or you like. My name's Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. You are a lot more handsome in real life.
Do you look more handsome in real life? You've still got that pair of tits tattooed on your back?
Yeah.
Who is your favourite member of Steps?
Claire from Steps. Legendary.
I haven't got a favourite.
Which one's Claire from Steps? Is that the one that came out as gay?
The one that sings.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Who are you?
I'm Lacey Banghard.
Right. Who should Katie Price marry next?
Me.
What would your porn star name be?
Harvey Edwards.
Probably Lacey Banghard.
I'm trying to think, what am I?
Yeah, that doesn't really work. What role are you going to play in the house?
I wasn't the one who cried the most.
Probably the one that's not really famous.
Why are you doing Big Brother? Why are you doing this?
You know, I like money.
We like a glamour model on the side.
Yeah.
We've had many.
Okay.
And
I'm
what's-
really different though.
Why?
What kind of question's that?
I've brought my own sponge with me.
Where do you think you're going to come though?
All over your face. Excuse me?
Not in the eyes though, because they're like little fishes that eat the membrane.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
My eyes are right.
They wear sunglasses. They look a bit bloodshot. Which previous celebrity contestant do you think you're most like?
I really like Sylvester Stallone's mum. Brienne.
You're more of a Denise Welch character? No. Is that because of the boobs?
That too.
Frankie Kokoza? Not much going on though.
Yeah, not as much going on as this fella.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, you meant in the head.
What's the hardest bang you've ever had? What's the hardest bang you've ever heard? Claire, it's been a joy.
That's it?
See, I don't fuck around.
Go and watch Mean Girls tonight.
All right.
Come to my room. I'll show you.
So that's the nominees in their own words. But who do we think is going to go tomorrow? In the interest of fairness, we're going to spend 2 minutes on each of the nominees, after which we'll hear this noise. And then we'll start talking about somebody else. OK, so first up, we're going to talk about Claire, or Claire from Steps, as she's known. Let's start the clock. Go. Lizzie, do you think Claire still would have been up had Spidey not automatically put her up there?
I think Claire would still be up because she's sleeping a lot of the time. She didn't take well when she got caught out for chatting about Spencer and Heidi. She started crying, getting emotional. She sort of like stopped wearing makeup, didn't look after herself, and hibernated, just slept, was boring, and just sleeping. And that's not what I want to see from Claire from Steps. I want to see her up.
Do you think
dancing,
enough people
fun.
would have nominated her?
No.
No.
There would have been a few nominations. She's too dull. She's not bringing the house together. You know, she can sleep when she gets out of the house. Don't sleep in there.
Monique, do you think she's had a starring role at all?
No, I struggled to learn her name when I was...
Sorry.
I know that sounds horrible, but when I was prepping for this, she was one of the people that I found really hard to actually make her name stick, and it's because she's not standing out enough.
So Steps weren't big in Australia?
They were.
Oh,
Once
were
I heard
they?
Steps, I'm like, oh, she's that girl. She's the 5, 6, 7, 8 one. But
everybody knows her as the 5, 6, 7, 8 one. Sophie, do you think she's connected with the audience?
No, I don't, right? I think she's a bit boring, if you ask me. I don't understand. She needs a backbone. When all that was going on with Spidey, she was just sitting back. Like, why did she stick up for herself?
Yeah, it's no wonder she got bullied in Steps. She needs to seriously get a backbone. No, it isn't. She's so boring.
Yeah, she is.
Will the show miss her, do you think?
No.
I wouldn't miss her, right?
She's doing a lot of the cooking. I do think she's got a role, and I do think at the moment she's got a reason to be there. So I don't think she would have got nominated. She's doing the cooking, that's an imperative part.
Will you guys miss her if she goes? No?
She's only doing the cooking that she stays there.
And out of all four, she's the one that I don't think people are going to miss. Out of all four.
What, anybody? Nothing. Let's move on. Next on the list is our resident glamour girl, Lacey. Lizzie, is she as you expected? Or as we perceive a glamour girl to be, and as we expect a glamour girl to be?
I actually think she gives glamour girls a bit of a bad name. It's her voice. Hello, Neil. I can't do that voice anymore. It's really irritating me.
She can't help her voice,
I know,
though.
but she's childish and she hasn't got much about her.
But she's young.
She says very weird stuff to Spencer. Then, you know, just weird. She called, you know, she said, your life's basic. I mean, he was like putting this face mask on. He looked really delighted with that. I just think she hasn't got a clue, and just over, kaput, out.
Monique, we've seen her stripped down to her undies. Will this go against her, do you think, in the vote?
I don't think it'll help her, bless her cotton socks. I really like her. I think she's quite endearing and a little bit naive, but I don't think it's going to help her to show.
I do feel a bit sorry for her. Do you?
Yeah. I mean, she's the youngest in the house, and to be honest with you, she has shown signs of a personality, which is more than some of the other girls have.
Oh, what? What's she shown? What has she shown? Apart from her boobs.
Well, that's good enough for me, actually.
We're talking to a man.
That's good enough for me, and I would like her to stay, but I think she will go.
Usually, like, if glamour girls have come in the past, they have a bit more of a personality, but she's just being too fake. She's being very sweet, but it's not real. Do you know
Are you not
I mean?
buying?
I'm not, because to Spencer, she said you lived a very basic life, and that's an insult, I think. I think there's more in her brain than she's making out that there is.
So you think she's kind of playing on the ditzy?
She's trying to be an innocent little girl, but she knows exactly what she's doing.
So
she's clever.
You don't fancy her?
No, she's cleverer than what we make her out
So you
for.
don't fancy her?
No, she needs to go.
So you don't fancy her?
Oh no, she's hot. She's hot.
3 times it took him to answer that one question. Okay, there goes the horn. Next, we move on to lovely Rylan. Bless it. Sophie, Spidey put him up for being dull. Is this part of their game plan, do you
I
think?
love Rylan. Like, it was about 2 weeks ago. He inboxes on Twitter, right? And I was so buzzing. I was running around the house. I was like, oh my God, Rylan has tweeted us. We had so much banter, and I love him so much. I'm Team Rylan. I want him to win 100%. I don't think he's
But do you think that was part of putting him up? Was that part of Spidey's game plan, do you think?
Yeah,
do you think they've done it? They said he was dull. He's clearly one of the liveliest people in the house.
It's competition for them. That's what it is.
Since he banished them to the basement, like, Spencer's had a real problem with him. He's had a vendetta against him ever since, and it's just not going anywhere.
No.
It's literally like, it's really getting personal, I think.
They also said, Monique, that he plays up to the cameras. Do you think he does?
I just think he's a theatrical person.
It's part of him, isn't it? I don't think he's playing up to the cameras. I think he's just a flamboyant being.
I think that's just who he is.
And do you like that?
I like it, yeah. It's really watchable.
Are we all for that?
Yeah.
You're all going to love Rylan, aren't you? Dare I come into that audience and talk about Rylan?
We love him anyway. He's in there, he's so natural. They put a complex on him by coming out and say he's playing up to the cameras. He's not playing up to the cameras. He doesn't even know where the cameras are. Well, not until he hit the vending machine. But he's just having a time of his life.
Without Ryan, it'll be boring.
It would be. It would
sure.
be. The only little thing I would say, because I know this guy, I think he overanalyses. If there's an argument, he will then go back over it and over it, and you think, just leave it, move on to the next round. Let's see some entertainment.
But he wants to be liked.
Don't worry, he just wants to be liked.
Understandable though. He's only been in the public eye for a short amount of time. And he's had this love-hate thing with the public.
And he's very sweet. When he was even talking to Spencer and Heidi, he said, "Look, you're from the hills. I'm no one." You know, he doesn't look at himself as a celebrity, which I like about him. He's a down-to-earth guy.
What would this show be like? There we go. Guess what time it is? Spidey time! Once again, all of the housemates nominated Spidey. Now, Spidey's Night of Passion, it hit the headlines in Australia. Can you believe it? That Night of Passion that didn't actually happen. Girls, do you think this was premeditated?
What on earth was it?
It wasn't anything. It was crap. Well, I didn't think anyone
this is the thing.
Jobs anymore.
That's what it looked like in the stills.
Was it finding Nan Heels underneath or something?
We actually played the whole thing out last night and we matched clips to the pictures. And it was basically them going to bed, they had a little sing and then he went, I need the toilet. And he got up and it looked like he was going to clean up, whereas really he was just going...
Oh, no, that's so boring.
Sorry, I forgot where I was for a second. Minik, they've isolated themselves from the house. Surely this has got to be a bad move.
Yeah, you know, as much as they make my skin crawl to watch them, they're really...
Yeah.
They're clever and they know how to play the game and it's interesting to watch and you just watch them to see what crazy stuff comes out of their mouth next and what crazy bent on reality they actually have. So I think they're not going to...
You've got to keep them in though, please.
Let's quickly try and get another question into you guys. All of the house seem convinced that they're going to stay. Are they going to stay?
Yeah, they're going to stay. They're winding everyone up and they're doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
They're completely entertaining and I think they're going to make it to the final.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold on, Mike.
Everyone loves a good kick-off, so all the time they're in, it's going to go mental, so they're going to love it. They're going to stay.
They're going to stay?
And we love to hate them.
They make it interesting, but I really hope people save them because they might not like them, but it's interesting.
It's the hills.
Yeah,
in England.
It's glamorous.
You know?
It makes it gives glamour to the show.
What Spencer's
kind of like what Diane was saying. That's it. Final klaxon. And finally, let's go to the panel. Who is going to go tomorrow?
Claire, what's her face? Claire. Yeah.
Claire from Steps.
Lacey, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, for me, Lacey as well. She's just not doing enough.
I think Claire now. I've changed my mind, Claire.
Audience? Claire or Lacey? Any others? Rylan or Spidey? Anyone? Claire or Lacey, watch this space. Thank you very much, everybody. Still to come, we'll be sending Vicky and Sophie up to the reality gallery. I do apologise in advance to my bosses. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back to Bit on the Side. Now, the housemates might have loved the big vendor, but I'm not a fan. I tried to buy a packet of extra crunchy biscuits earlier, and he said he'd show me his crunch if I showed him mine. He's a right dirty perv. Here's today's news. Today at 2:25, not only did the civilians have to give up all their beauty products and cigarettes, but the dictator's guards served up another delicious blow.
I don't even know if I want to go there with that.
Tuna, that?
And that is not...
I reckon that's a kind of, like, fucking pedigree chum.
That is cat food! Oh, no, look.
What?
Oh, you are not...
What is it? What?
Oh, God. What's that? Don't start me, don't wreck...
Oh, because I can smell it. But it's like a bit of, like, cat. They wouldn't give us cats to eat, would they?
The more, honestly, if I keep thinking about it, I'm going to throw up. I'm watching this. Oh, God. Make us all go. Don't. Can't hear that. Go to the toilet.
I never saw her as a spitter. Did you? At 5:09 this afternoon, Big Brother set Rylan a task of becoming the leader of the revolution.
Big Brother should be in charge of this house, not Frankie. The power is going to Frankie's head, and very soon he may be unstoppable. This is where you come in.
Go on.
Big Brother wants you to lead the other housemates in a secret revolution against Frankie and overthrow his despotic regime. If the revolution is successful, Big Brother will reward you with a luxury shopping budget.
Oh, shut up. Is this all down to me now?
Can Big Brother count on you, Comrade Rylan?
No, but Kathy Bill will be like, no, we can't do that. Oh, drop me out. Bollocks, I'm hungry. I don't care what I've got to do. If I've got to drag them by their boobs, I'll do it.
Who'd have thought Rylan was a boob man as well? And finally, Rylan took to the floor to prove just how revolting he can be.
Rylan, please come forward and stand in front of my balcony to take the Pledge of Allegiance.
I hereby swear my eternal loyalty to my supreme and glorious leader, Frankie, and pledge my undying allegiance to his mighty regime.
Rylan, tell me why you love me, and then you may kiss my riding crop.
I absolutely loved you, and I just think you're a great leader, and your hat is taller than you are.
Good.
And you're out of order for taking all that stuff off of us, and I'm hungry.
We might have to send you to jail for these kind of comments.
Thank you, God.
Prisoner is in.
Trust Rylan to get banged up. That is the news from the house. But what's going on right now? Let's go in the sweaty box and find out. Helen. Hi, Willis. We're going to chat in a minute, but Vicky and Sophie should be in the reality gallery. Can you hear me, girls?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, we can. What's going on up there?
Right, basically, Frankie's been dead canny. What he's done is he's took Claire and Lacey, well, he's chosen them to go for some dinner with him, because potentially they could go tomorrow.
Right, little did Frankie know the girls had a secret mission of their own. They had to bug his phone and swap a set of keys he's got with a dummy set. If they succeed, they'll get all their belongings back, which is kind of good.
Ooh, anything else going on that you can see?
The housemates are freaking out over the tinned rations. They're going absolutely mental. But
You would
Rylan,
though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would be fuming if someone took my food from us. But Rylan, he's took a proper hissy fit and he's faked, he's faked being really hungry and he's faked fainting.
So is this part of his little secret mission still?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Come
okay.
on, man.
And he's doing a good job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Rylan's doing really well.
You're a good actor.
The rest of the housemates have been discussing how weird it would be when they all leave the house. After sleeping, showering and going to the loo together, they say they all want to keep in touch. Yeah, I bet that'll happen.
Do you not think they'll keep in touch?
No, not at all.
Nah.
The minute they walk out the door, they'll forget each other's names, guaranteed.
What about when Geordie Shore ends? Will you girls keep in touch?
We don't even like each other.
And we go for dinner all the time together.
And don't like, I would never speak.
Ladies, thank you very much.
Thanks, Emma.
We'll see you in a bit. Bye. Oh, bless them.
Serious
first of all, Helen,
I know, look.
we clearly got the memo
Did get the
about
memo.
wearing the same
High-waisted
skirts. What's going on? We've got quite a bit of time today.
Excellent.
Yes.
I've got quite a lot to tell you, so that's quite nice.
Let's do it.
Guess who has been trending alongside Big Vendor and BB Bots tonight worldwide?
Who?
Emma Willis.
No way.
Your name, yeah. Hashtag Emma Willis has been trending worldwide.
Oh.
Which is nice.
Scary.
In a positive way.
Oh, okay.
But obviously the most everyone is talking about is who should we save tomorrow.
Yes.
In tomorrow's eviction. At Charlotte Lee says, come on, you guys. Clearly it's Spidey to save. Think of the Big Brother house without them. It'd just be a house. They are the entertainment.
They are, but then you do have big characters like Rylan. You know, Frankie has his moments. Razor.
Yeah.
You know, they've
been great tonight. No,
yeah.
Well, Claire McDermott says Rylan and Claire must be saved. I will not continue to watch if Spidey aren't out. Claire, that's quite extreme. Don't cut us off.
Those are big words.
They are, Claire. I don't think she means it.
Please
Don't,
don't, Claire.
Come on.
What
Stick with
else?
us. Mark Davis is a Lacey tweet. Think Lacey should be saved because she has been nice and needs all the votes she can get.
She has been nice.
Is that enough?
See, this is where the debate comes in, isn't it? Do you want to keep the nice people in? Or do you want to keep the entertaining people in? But some of the entertaining people, it's been a long day, are nice as well.
Exactly.
So, you know, what do you do?
What do we do? Well, Lynn Dowling says, save Claire. She's genuine in comparison to the others. That's why she likes Claire, which I think is quite fair.
I think Lacey's quite genuine.
Yeah.
I think
Claire's quite normal.
genuine. Claire's quite genuine.
Claire's quite... Yeah.
Rylan's quite genuine.
I think Ryan, I think he's very genuine.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of genuine people.
Genuine. We're very
Helen,
genuine.
she's a bit ropey. Thank you. Anything else very
thanks.
quickly? We're running out of time, so...
Big Brother's mate says, save Spidey because they cause emotional outbreaks from every viewer, which is kind of true. We all have an opinion about Spidey.
That is it for tonight. Thank you to my panel and audience and Helen. I'll be back tomorrow for eviction number 3. I'll be joined by Matt Johnson, Joe McElderry and Barry from EastEnders.
Barry from EastEnders.
Good night.